Right, this does not look good. I have what looks like a metal thing in front of me, and it has, looks like 3 bits I can turn round, so kind of coming in circles. And then in the centre it's got north, south, east, west. And it's got symbols on the circles that I'm on about that can move.
Right, that platform I was standing on has raised up to like another level, so I'm assuming I can now access other parts of this, or these wooden structures. So I'll see if I've got anything that could be helpful.
I don't think I can interact with anything on this side, so I'm hoping you can.
I'm going through a sort of tunnel just now, so I'll see where that leads me. Okay, I've just walked into a creepy room and the door's slammed behind me, so that's great fun. Okay, I've got a couple of desks with 3 books on it that I can interact with. I've not done that yet. I've got French Onion Shoulder, Brian Blessed King.
Oh, whoa. You're going to need to explain that to me.
It was in one of the other games.
Fuck, I can't remember that.
I've also got a projector type thing, although it's actually in the shape of, looks like Sir Hammerlock actually. His head, and then coming out of his eye is like a beam of light shining onto a circular thing with pentagons, squares, circles, and then round compass points.
Perfect. So the symbols are in, and I didn't notice this earlier, but squares, circles, pentagons.
On that contraption as well, it's shining the light. I've got 3 dial things with the number 1 on it, and then I've got up and down arrows that I can push for each one, and above each number it's circle, square, pentagon, so I'm guessing that's going to let me alter them in some way.
Right, so as I said, I cannot interact in any way, so I'm assuming, well, I'm going to be saying things to you, and you'll correspond them at your end, but I don't know how you want to start. So are you seeing like the same sort of thing, like 3 circles kind of moving out from the compass points?
Yeah, I've got a compass point in the middle, then 3 concentric circles moving out. First one has 8 smaller bronze circles around it. Then next circle out has squares, and then pentagons in the last circle. They're all blank. I'm not sure if you said that you've got symbols in yours, but
Yeah, so I've got symbols in all of mine. So I've got the compass. I've then got the first circle, which has 2 circles with symbols in. I've then got the next circle with 3 squares with symbols in, and the next one has 1, 2, 3, 4 pentagons.
Okay, I could either start mucking about with the arrows on the machine, or I can quickly check the books, so I'll do that first.
Sound, go for it.
Right, first book I've opened has the compass point and then a circle around it, and there are 8 symbols around it, not in circles this time. but there are 8 different symbols, so we maybe need to identify which ones you have. I'll just keep flicking through the pages. So the first one is 1, the second one is 2, 3. Right, so there are 3 options and different symbols for 1, 2, and 3. So each 1, 2, and 3 has a set of 8 different symbols. I think we need to find out which symbols you do have, match it up to 1, 2, or 3. That tells me the number that I need to put against the circle on the machine, if any of that made sense.
Right, I think so. So I am just looking, and yes, I have 8 different symbols from what I can see. Now, the symbols aren't as clear as Goblet with Tits and stuff, so this is going to be quite awkward, so bear with me. And I think it is going to be kind of explain or describe one, get and kind of say, right, yeah, I kind of know what you're on about.
Yeah, it looks like there are some symbols that are repeated between 1, 2, and 3, so we might need to identify a few different ones to know exactly which one it is, because 1 and 3 have the same symbol at 12 o'clock, for example, so we would need to do more than one symbol.
Right, do you just want me to describe the symbols in any random order, or do you want me to try and explain where they are on this against the compass?
Tell me where they're against the compass, but it doesn't really matter which one you start with.
Right, so on the outside circle, north, I have...
Hold on.
Possibly a trident?
Right, hold on. I'm going to check the books. I think I might be on circles to start with, but I'm going to look at the other books just to see so that I know definitely which circle we're looking at. Right, if you can tell me the symbols you've got in the circles, so the first concentric circle out from the compass points, and then we'll get that one, and then we'll go squares, pentagons.
Sound. So one of them I'm going to say is a butterfly.
Okay, give me a direction, please.
That is southeast.
Southeast is a butterfly. Okay, that could be either 2 or 3, so give me another symbol and hopefully we can narrow it down even further.
So northwest just looks like a real scribble.
Okay, so my 2 options for northwest is a cross with a circle in the top left quadrant, or a lollipop with a squiggly tail.
Yeah, it's that latter one. Squiggle.
Right, so circle must be number 2 then. Okay, so if we could do the same for your square symbols then. I've got 4 options this time.
Perfect. So northeast, I am going to say is an angel.
Okay, that can be 1, 2, or 4.
South is...
One-eyed alien.
a bear's head.
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
Right, so it's 1 or 4, so your last symbol will decide.
So my last symbol is pretty hard to explain. It's like an alien head on its side.
What direction point is it?
Pointing to the right.
No, like north or south or...
Oh, shit, sorry. West.
Right, so 1 or 4. Right, so like Mike Wazowski, but without the eye and on a hill.
Yeah, and a line across where his eye would be.
Yep, that's fine.
Fucking Mike Wazowski.
Fucking bearhead. Okay, it seems like once we've started to narrow it down, it's if you just give me the direction, then I'll also be able to kind of differentiate between them.
Right, so for this, are you ready for the outside? Sorry.
Yep, I've got 5 options here.
Perfect. So to pointing direct east, I've got a deed octopus with an arrow through his head. Could be a squid.
Okay. I think I might know. In fact, we might be able to nail this in one. Is the arrow coming from the top or the bottom? Like, is there a sticky out bit?
It's coming from the top. The pointier bit's at the top.
Right, so there's an extra bit extending to the top of his head.
Correct.
Right, I might be able to just go straight for 4 here then. That was disappointing. Can I just check what the direction was for that, sorry?
East.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said. Okay, that didn't work. Because I needed to interact with the fucking thing.
Nice.
Right, my king painting has slid up to reveal something that I don't know. Is that a book and something else? I've got. Oh shit! I got a book. I picked it up, and then the fucking jester or whatever the puppet king thing appeared and pulled it into some dark hole.
Pulled you into a dark hole.
No, the book that I was trying to pick up.
Right, so the circles that I was looking at in front of me have now rolled to the side, and I'm looking forward into a bit that I can't get to, and it feels like there's absolutely nothing I can do here now.
Right, well, also in that bit that had the book, there was an extra lens that looks like it fits on the end of the projector, so I'll do that and see if that gives me any other clues. Okay. I've now got symbols.
Back in the cage, and I'm moving forward.
Sorry?
I've gotten back in that cage, and I'm now moving forward to the bit that it's opened me up into.
Cool. My compass point has rotated round, and I've now got symbols showing up as well, so I don't know if we need to do the same again or the backwards version of this or something like that for me to be able to move on.
So I think that's it. So I've got the same sort of thing in front of me now, and I can rotate using a ship's wheel.
Alright, cool.
The one difference now, so I've still got pentagons, squares and circles. I've also got red lights on at certain points of the circle.
I've got some that are illuminated white on mine.
So am I gonna... I take it you can't interact with anything, Beth?
Doesn't look like it, no. So I think I'm going to be describing to you this time.
Right, go for it. Do we start with circles?
Yep. Have you got symbols as well? Or just the circles?
Yes, I've got symbols.
Right, I've got 2 that are illuminated and they're opposite each other.
In what circle?
Circle, circle.
What are the symbols?
One is like a basketball hoop with a poo coming and down from it, and one's like an iron.
Don't think that matches at all. So I've not pressed rotate yet, so I don't even know what circle I'm rotating, if that makes sense. So I'm going to press it and see if it does anything at your end.
Yeah, it might not even be to do with the symbols. It might just be rotating your red things with where my white ones are positioned or something.
Yeah, it could be that. So on that circle, where what compass point is your thing at?
My illuminated ones are east and west.
Right, I'm rotating and it rotates all the symbols just. So what were your two illuminated symbols on the circle again, please?
One that's kind of like an iron, and one that, although it's upside down for me, if it was the other way around, it'd be like a basketball hoop, and it's got a little squiggle coming down from it. Side on view of it.
So I've definitely got that in the circles. Now, I'm going to read my squares to you, because it's rotating them all at the same time, so I think it has to match. I can't see how it wouldn't, but I'm going to say that's a shopping trolley, maybe. I've then got the angel from before. Actually, I've got two angels.
Yeah, so have I.
Then on the outside, I've got... Oh, that's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man face. Telly. Deed Squid. And maybe a catapult-ish thing.
What?
Has anything happened at your side? Because I think we're matching here.
Nah, nothing's moved or anything like that. You lost me when you mentioned Stay Puft. That kind of distracted me, and then I stopped listening after that. Okay, what you mentioned something was red or something. What's illuminated red for you?
So the east point on the first circle, on the circle, the east point is red. There's a red light there.
Is that the only one on the circle?
Yes.
Okay, because I have two on the circle, three on the square, and 4 pentagons illuminated just now. How many of the others are illuminated for squares and pentagons?
I've only got one in each circle. So I've got east in circle. I've got east, southeast on square circle. And I have got west, southwest on pentagon circle.
I'm curious how you're getting west, southwest and stuff like that when it's just 8 directional points.
Aye, so it's it's in between. It's where they would be, those points would be.
Alright, mine are lined up in each one. Did you say they're red?
Yeah.
Because
If it helps, I've got a green light right in the middle of the compass.
That doesn't really help, but the N for my north point is red, so whether we need to line those red ones up with north.
So my north is red, so just the N of north is red, but I don't rotate those lights. When I rotate the ship's wheel, it just rotates the symbols behind the positions. It doesn't move the circles at all. It just rotates the symbols.
Okay. So the light stays in the same position.
Yep.
Okay. Right, that's quite confusing. And did you say rotating the wheel rotates them all at the same time?
Yeah. Can you interact with anything at your side?
Not that I've been able to see, and I can't even interact with the books or the projector thing that I could before. It's like I'm totally locked out of doing anything. Oh, wait. Oh, right. There's a new thing here that I hadn't noticed. The dial thing. Wait a minute. I've got a dial with a sort of cog wheel thing, a circle, square, and pentagon round the outside, and then a red arrow in the middle that's currently pointing to the wheel. So I wonder if this changes what you are rotating.
Right, whatever you've just done, my green light in the middle of the compass went off, and my circle, red light went green.
Okay, my thing's currently pointing towards the circle, so I don't know what happens if you now rotate the wheel.
Ah, it moves the green light.
Okay. What do we do with this information?
So what were your symbols on the circle?
The illuminated ones were the iron and the side-on basketball hoop.
Right, I've got them lined up now. I've got the basketball hoop pointing north and the iron pointing south, if that helps you.
Okay, can you change their position though? Because as it is, sorry, can you change their position? Because as it is just now, or as it is on mine, which doesn't seem to change, iron is at east and basketball hoop is at west. So would you be able to maneuver them into that position?
If you if you can change my light back, I'll then be able to rotate symbols. So yes, I could if you could move it back.
Okay, I'll need to do it a couple of times to get it back to where it was originally. So I'll go through the square and pentagon back to the start.
Sound. And go and remind me which is west and which is east.
Basketball hoops west, iron is east. I thought you were getting mixed up in which actual way they pointed.
No, grand. Cheer.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
Fuck off.
Right, this thing's now pointing to the wheel shape again.
Perfect, that's exactly what I was looking for. So let me rotate. Fuck. Basketball hoop west, and I am looking for iron east. Right. I think I'm there, Pef.
Okay, so if I were to put this thing onto the square now, would that let you control the light to get them in the right position and then put it back to the wheel to get the symbols to match up afterwards?
I don't know what you mean.
Neither do I. I don't know what's happening for you. When I put it to circle and you said something about green lights and stuff like that, do you get them in the right position like east and whatever, and then I put it back to the wheel, and that's when we'll worry about symbols.
So in my mind, you wanted what you've got is you've got the basketball hoop west, you've got the iron east. So it's hard to explain. So when I was rotating, if the green light's in the compass, when I rotate, I'm just rotating symbols. So sometimes it's black and then a symbol come up in the circles. What I could do when the green light was on the circle, I rotated the actual circles. So I've got the circles in west and east. When you changed it back just now, I then rotated the symbols. So I've got the symbols in west and east. So I think circle is done. I think we now need you to somehow change my green light to square.
Right, I'll do that in a second, and then we're kind of just lining it up based on where my illuminated ones are, and then we'll do the symbols afterwards.
Think so. So what have you got in the squares here?
Right, well, first of all, that dial is now pointing to square, so when you're starting, it should hopefully be what we need. And I've got an illuminated square at east, south, and northwest.
East. So I've got a square at east, I've got a square at northwest, but I've also got a square at southwest, and I don't know how I can change that. What symbol have you got at east?
It's like Mike Wazowski, but he's upside down for me because he's at the top just now.
So I think I've got that. Northwest. Oh God, is probably the same thing.
Yep, northwest and east. I've just noticed are the same.
So my southwest is Angel.
Southwest is Angel for me as well, but that's not illuminated. It's south that's illuminated for me just now, and it looks like a man in a canoe.
So I don't get that. It seems as though we've got three symbols that match there, but we've got one. I don't see your south.
Can you rotate all this round? Because the gaps, we need two between 1, 2, and then 1. It's maybe because you've got... Hold on, that sounded absolutely fucking horrendous. I'll try that again. Because you've got northwest and southwest, that'll mean that there's one gap between those and 2 gaps between them and east. Can we swap that around so that the 2 gap is between north, west, and south? If that makes any sense at all. I know what I'm trying to say, but I'm fucking useless at saying it.
No, I didn't get a fucking word.
Can you rotate these in any way, like so that the lights move position round the circle in conjunction with each other?
Yeah, so exactly like the circle, I can, when it's lit up, as it is just now, I can rotate the squares. When you light up the compass, I'll rotate the symbols.
Right, well, although you've already got east and northwest lit up, I need you to rotate that round so that the gaps fill in, because you've got 2 empty squares between those, north and northeast, then 1 empty square between east and south, southeast, and, well, that's what you should have, but that empty square currently is between northwest and southwest, which you need to basically rotate around so that those 3 are illuminated.
Yeah, so I think I've done that. So I've got east, upside down Mike Wazowski, northwest, upside down Mike Wazowski, and south I've got what looks like a fucking spray.
A spray.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. I was saying it looked like a man in a canoe, with the canoe being towards the center of the circle.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, so, yeah, we'll go with that. We've got the same thing, put it that way.
Right, okay. So I think I understand roughly what yours is doing now. When you've got the green lights or whatever, then it's rotating the positions of the lights. And they all move at once. So although we had some that were illuminated there that we needed, they weren't all, so you just needed to shift that round until everything matched up. Then we get the symbols afterwards or whatever.
Spot on. So if you can go to Pentagon now.
Yep, on Pentagon. I've got north, northeast, southeast, and west. Oh, and there's a trophy, so we must have done it.
Nailed that. Yin.
Right, I don't know if that's done anything for me.
It's opened up another bit for me, so I'm back in the cage and going forwards again.
Oh yeah, I've got an open door here as well. I wish these doors would stop fucking slamming shut behind me.